by anybody. He loves the game. He tries his heart out. He works on his game. Something that I don't think the other players are doing enough of.
Yes. I'll agree with you there. Shane is somebody who, I tell you what, he's kind of cut from a different cloth. Let's just put it that way.
He's a guy that's bound and determined to win. He loves this sport.
Not a lot of guys that I know of in the U.S. will practice the break for 6 hours.
Yeah, and not only that, he was here a couple of years ago or so when he played in this tournament, and when his match was done, he went over to the pool room and was practicing 3-cushion billiards, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a guy that works on his game.
And there he is, the South Dakota kid.
Yeah, amazing.
He comes from a family of pool players.
Oh, really? I never heard of a pool player in my life from South Dakota. Boy, I want to tell you what, you got one now.
Did you ever end up in South Dakota in all your days on the
there,
road?
Never been there in my life, pal. What am I going to do there? Milk cows, bale hay?
You don't remember old Grandpa Van Boening?
Grandpa Van Boening? No. And I'm glad because he might have shot me down. I don't know.
How about Uncle Van Boening?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you. No, back in the day, South Dakota, North Dakota, you did not go there to play pool.
This is the hot seat match between Mitch ELLERMAN and Shane Van Boening, and it's the 28th annual Andy Mercer 9-Ball Classic event. This is Daniel Busch. I'm sitting here with Jimmy Pretty Boy Floyd Mataya, and we're just having a hoot here. This is one of the best tournaments in the United States that happens every year here, right in the heart of Las Vegas, Paradise, Las Vegas. That is the Rum Runner Lounge. And here we go. We just missed the break. I apologize for that. That was Mitch ELLERMAN breaking.
Scratched on the break.
He did. Left the 7, almost looks like frozen to the rail, so that would be the problem ball if there are any problem balls here.
Yeah, the 7 ball right now is definitely the problem ball.
Yeah.
No question about that.
Cheers, thank you.
And don't think that Shane's not looking at that problem right now, trying to figure out in his mind what he wants to do. In the game of pool, you're always thinking, Daniel, 4, 5, 6 shots ahead of time.
That's true. That's true. Another thing I noticed about Shane very recently, he got into a lot of different games, and he gambles quite a bit too in action. But he sort of took a step away from one pocket because he just doesn't want to take it on. He wants to focus on his favorite game, which is this 9 and 10 ball format. And I have a lot of respect for a guy that turns down big action in one pocket because he just
Well, this guy is a shooter. He has tremendous pocketing ability. He pockets balls very well. One pocket is a slow-down game. You're playing safe all the time. You're bunting balls to the back rail. It's the kind of game that it could take a guy like Shane and get him out of stroke.
Exactly.
Because he wants to shoot. And one pocket is not a game where it's a shooting contest like 9-ball is. Totally different. I admire the game of one pocket, but I never cared to play one pocket. I was a guy that liked to shoot. And it's hard to draw your guns and shoot at everything that's out there in a game of one pocket. That's just not the way the game is played.
Yeah, and I thought you might like that about Shane, that little anecdote, because, that's kind of similar to how you evolved as a pool player. You didn't really, I know there was a lot of other games. Straight pool was very popular back in the day, and, you got a lot of respect for people from the greats playing 9-ball and straight pool, and but people knew you weren't much of a one-pocket player, but it wasn't because you weren't good. It was just because you didn't have patience for the game.
Well, it never was a popular game in my hometown, and that's one of the reasons I never played much one pocket. Nobody played one pocket where I was from in Lansing, Michigan. That and bank pool was not very popular. Now you go down the road about 70, 75 miles to Detroit, Very popular game in Detroit. A lot of action in Detroit on one pocket. And what they used to like to do in Detroit is play one pocket on a snooker table. Totally different game.
Yeah, we do. They do that up in the Bay Area at California Billiards.
Interesting game, I'll tell you.
Anyway, that problem ball we were talking about earlier, that's gone.
Yeah,
And look.
Okay. Shane VANBOENING making his move right now.
Oh, maybe I could hire Shane to clean my house.
Yeah.
He cleans the table pretty good.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, don't worry about him. That guy can play. He is one guy that if I ever got the nod to coach Team USA, I want Shane VANBOENING number one on my team.
Absolutely.
Absolutely is right.
You know what? That's almost a revelation. That's a very poignant statement you just made.
And after Shane VANBOENING, geez, I guess I'm going to have to take Dave Tatilla. He's a guy 1,000 years old. He's always in the finals. Put him on Team USA, okay?
Shane with the break. 1-0 in a race to 6.
He lost his cue ball badly on his break there, but he got away with it. He's hooked, Mitch. So now it's cat and mouse. Now it's the old push-out trick. You want me to shoot or you want to shoot? But where do you push this guy? See, that's what you got to think now. If I push him here, is he going to take the shot and snooker me? If I push him here, is he going to take the shot? Because the shot's not that difficult, okay? He's going to intentionally hook Shane here. Now, here's a good shot. Going to the side rail, hitting the one, driving it down to the end of the rail, and up over on the left-hand side behind the 6, 7, 8. This is something where you...
Are you talking like a kick and stick?
Kick and stick and hit it behind the 6, 8. I think he's going to use
shot.
A jump cue.
He's jumping.
The old jump cue. Now, see, if
so
you're
Shane
a billiard player,
Shane didn't take the shot. Shane gave it back to Mitch.
Yeah, that I didn't understand. Listen,
oh, Lord.
Well, there you go. There's the problem with
Hey,
the jump cue.
I thought St. Patty's Day was over, Jimmy. He got lucky.
That's the problem with a jump cue. You know, you slop a ball in. I think Shane should have taken that shot and tried to hook him, even though he was coming off the rail. He had an excellent opportunity to hook Mitch with the one ball, but he passed on it, so I'm kind of surprised at that.
And Mitch did get lucky. Meanwhile, I see Warren Kiamko and Brian Parks on the next table over. They've already started their match. 0-0 score over there. Nope, 1-0. Brian concedes? The first game because he was late. Oh. Okay.
Problem here with the 6 ball, Daniel. You got to get pinpoint perfect with the cue ball to have a decent shot on a 6.
Yeah, the 8 ball is at close quarters. I think he's got there. That's good.
Well, he has a shot. He's
going to watch out for the 9 here, Jimmy.
No, he won't even come close to the 9.
Well, you're right. He got.
No, maybe you were right.
And then now look, he's overrolled a little bit. Maybe he might have been hoping to bump the 9 a little.
He's a little bit out of line here for sure. He doesn't want to go into the 8. And there he did. He went into the 8, but unfortunately for him, he came out smelling like a rose.
Yeah, he hit it flush. So he hit it, solid. And
once those balls are out in the open, you never want to touch those balls. He got fortunate there too.
He
with the 9
sure
ball.
did, didn't he?
Boy, I tell you what, I'll take this guy to the crap table. I guess he's.
I'm going to call this guy Lucky Mitch now. Lucky Ellerman.
There you go.
I tell you what, that was a run out after the push.
Was a nice run out, but he was very fortunate. Very fortunate.
So quickly, let's just move over. We've got Warren Kiamko and Brian Parks. Score is 1-0, Warren. And Brian will come to the table. It's the first time we've actually looked at that table, and someone other than Warren is playing.
Meanwhile, we never saw Dave Ticello at the table. I never saw him at the table.
We never did we? It was it's like he gets to stay dark.
Unbelievable. I mean, this is alternate to break. You would at least think you would see someone at the table once in a while.
Back now, we got Mitch ELLERMAN playing the cut break. Leaves it open. Nothing goes down. Well, Shane's got to cut this ball in, but tricky to get position on the 2. Got to be delicate here. I think if he can cut this thin enough, he'll avoid the scratch, and he can use the long rail, go long short, and get shape on the 2 in the corner.
Yeah, the problem is here, doesn't want to hit the 9.
Use a little bit of kill here. Long, short. Oh, just short.
Well, he hit that very hard. I'm sure he would like a little easier shot than this, but he's
hold on.
Excellent
Jimmy,
shot maker.
I think he's looking at this billiard.
No, he's not looking at that billiard. Unless the 3 ball is locked up and it won't go into the corner pocket, then perhaps he might be looking at the 9. But no, if the 3 ball passes, you can forget about him trying to make the 9. He's going to try
Jimmy, I got to disagree. He's frozen like a deer in the headlights.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe now he is looking at the 9. But you know what, Daniel? If he misses the 2-9, the 2 ball is going to break up the 3-5, and you don't want that to happen. So it's up to him. Maybe he's going to play a.
He cuts it in.
Okay.
Oh, but he can't. He went in off the 5, and he's hooked himself.
Yeah. Well, obviously, if he played the ball that way, then I'd have to say the 3 ball goes. But very bad mistake there by Shane.
Jimmy, he's going to use your favorite cue.
Oh boy, I'm going to tell you, is it a jump cue? Let me guess.
I tell you what, though, Jimmy, you can't. Once you make that rule that it's okay to use a jump cue, you can't fault an individual for using it. You just got to fault the cue, because
I don't care.
If your opponent's going to use it, there's going to have to be times where you're going to have to use it back.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, I never used a jump cue in my life. I was voted by the Billiard magazines as the best masse player in the country, and I'm not talking about trick shots. I'm talking about doing something with the ball during a match. Now, he has a shot there where he could have massed that.
He played that with his break cue, actually. He didn't even use a jump cue.
Well, I just don't agree with jump cues. It's not a part of pool. This is not baseball, my friend, with cue balls flying through the air with the greatest of ease. Come on, give me a break.
You may as well give the guy a pitching wedge, Jimmy.
Well, it's unbelievable. Next thing you know, they'll have some cue maker coming out with a cue stick that's 7 inches long, and you can hop over the lights. I'll tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm working on the zoom cue. A rocket cue is what I'm working on. That's right, electronic rocket cue that goes around the pool room, zooms in, and just hits everything in. The rocket cue, okay? Problem here getting position on this ball. Unless it goes in the side. Nice soft stroke there by VANBOENING. That's when you're really in shape, and when you can slow roll balls the length of the table and have the confidence that you're going to make the ball. You are in tip-top shape, my friend. Nice run out by Shane VANBOENING. Thanks to the jump shot.
Yeah, the jump shot. And, admirable. He didn't use any sort of a short cue for that.
Well, You know, you can take your own cue and hop over, say, a fourth of the ball. Can you take the cue that you play with and hop over the whole ball? No,
Thanks.
you can't. Well, here comes jump cues. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, we got 2-0 Warren Kiamko against Brian. Brian's at the table now. Tough-looking table, too. It's hooked on the 2. And it looks like he must have just broken because I think he's pushing. Or if he's pushing.
Out. Pushing out.
All right, let's go back now. We got Shane poised to break.
All right. His last break wasn't very good. Let's see how this one works.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, that just ricocheted off the cue ball, didn't it?
Three
and look
balls,
at this.
Three balls on the break.
Look at this table.
He has a problem with the going
4
from
ball.
the 2 to the 4.
Yeah.
Unless it goes by the 9. But then again, you got to hit it with perfect speed on a draw shot.
I think he'll draw back to the bottom rail and up again.
About 2. He didn't get there.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, now we might see the jumper.
Well, for my money, if he jumps this ball with a jump cue, you know, put a diaper on the guy is all I can tell you. This is where billiard knowledge comes into play, okay? He has a way to play safe here if he can get a good hit on the 4. Now, if he's going to try to kick cross sides and pocket the 4 in the corner, I don't agree with that. I think coming from the back rail, if you can get the right kind of a hit on a 4 ball, he can perhaps snooker the guy. These are things that you got to think about. That's why pool's the toughest non-physical sport in the world, because you're always improvising. You're always in positions that you've never been in before.
Absolutely.
So what do? You're improvising. That's why it's the toughest game there is, non-physical. It's the sport of kings, Daniel. Pocket billiards, trust me.
I tell you what, there's a lot of humility in this game too.
Yeah.
Oh,
see,
no.
I didn't agree with that, cutting that ball loose like that. I would have tried to go to the back rail and get a good hit at, try to figure out a shot to maybe you can hook him. You're still at the table,
Yep.
You're still at the table. You're still in command. No, I didn't like that shot.
He shot that ball 100 miles an hour.
Well, he's trying to slop it in somewhere. I would have tried to take that shot and tried to do something with it. Try to make a billiard shot and do something. And if you can execute it properly, you can hook the guy.
That's why guys like Efren Reyes was so legendary,
Well, he's a world-class billiard player. You'll not see Efren playing with a jump cue.
And Mitch will make very short work of this, and he'll tie up this match. And I just want to remind everybody out there, this event is a true double elimination. So the winner of the hot seat has the luxury of only having to win in the finals 1 match.
Right.
Neither of them have won on their own.
I never could figure out why you would play a tournament, double elimination, and then when you get to the finals, it's only 1 match. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. For whatever reason they do that, I don't know. I don't understand. But
also, Stacy Alsup just made a good observation. Neither one of these players has won a game in this match on their own break. No, didn't Mitch win where he got pushed out and Shane gave it back?
Another scratch. I've seen on quite
Technically
a few
not his own break.
scratches here on the opening break. You got to control that snowball a little bit on the opening break.
Look at this, though. I mean, this is looking good. But, he was looking good in the last rack, Jimmy.
Yeah, well, pool, you never know when the double's going to jump up there. Listen, the pool gods are watching this. Don't worry. Don't think the pool gods ain't going to try to torture every player out there.
That's true. Such a good camera angle of Shane there.
For what reason is the rack still on the table is beyond me. Now, could he possibly miss this 9? Because he's going to take it off. There you go. Good move. Okay. That's heads-up balling right there. Get that piece of plastic off the table. Okay, nice run.
Okay, there we go. It's now 3-2. Shane VANBOENING back now quickly. And while we're in the middle of racks here, I don't want to take too much time because I know this match is really worth commenting on. But if you were to be able to pick a Mosconi team today, who would your choice of players be?
I'm not going to let that out of the bag. You think I want these people from over there listening to me? I'm going to put up a top-notch team, all heavyweights, you understand? I got heavyweights coming at you if I can pick the team. And I'm not letting that info out of the bag, okay? When they give me the nod to coach the team, now I'm going to tell you what my
That's what
lineup
people
is.
want to know. That's what people want to know.
Well, I'll give them one of them, and that's Shane VANBOENING. He'd be one of them. I can tell you that right now. But a lot of these guys that have played in recent years, no, they're sitting the bench as far as I'm concerned.
Mad love for Jimmy Mataya, folks. Andrew Murphy in the chat room says, "Who is this guy with Daniel?"
Probably the most hated guy in pool, you could tell him.
Actually, Andrew is a good guy. He's in our chat room quite often. He's a nice guy.
Okay, well, I'll put Andrew on the team then, okay? Give him a shot.
Oh, why? You're going to just put nice guys on the team?
Well, I'm sure he couldn't do any worse than what I've seen. I mean, it's embarrassment every year, 11-2, 11-3, 11-4. That ain't happening on my watch, amigo. And you can tell them people what I said.
Bobby Cotton says hi, by the way. He's in the chat room. He had to stay home because he had pneumonia. Come on.
Wow.
This is the best tournament in the world. You're just going to stay home over a case of pneumonia?
This is the third guy that I've heard in the last week and a half that has a ammonia. What is going on?
We love you, Bobby, and we hope you're okay, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's nothing to play with, ammonia, so we hope Bobby gets well quick. We miss him here.
You are missed here. Sorely missed, man. And also, it was real nice to see Mary Keniston, too, here. She was here yesterday. And,
yeah, I saw Mary.
Hope she's doing all right. She said she was going to come around today. I don't see her around.
Now here's a billiard shot, Daniel. Coming off the end cushion, hitting the 1, trying to drive the 1 down table, and at the same time the cue ball is going to stay at this end of the table, and you perhaps might hook them behind the 3-4.
Okay.
That's a billiard shot. If he can't see this ball, he has a good shot here to play a good safety. This is where your billiard knowledge comes into play. Okay, he's shooting it the right way. Let's see what he does. There you go. Hit it. Try to get it down table. He got a bad kiss there. Otherwise, he might have been all right. But you know, those things happen. He was not in a good situation. But meanwhile, now you still got the rack on the table. You got to now. What do you do now, Daniel?
You get Jim Blakeman.
Okay. Now, have you ever seen a pool game in your life, ladies and gentlemen? Because I never have. I've never seen a pool game where you're lifting balls up off the table. That's totally, totally ridiculous to me. You're lifting pool balls off the table. What are you, crazy or something?
Hey, it's Jim Blakeman. He brings a ball marker.
I don't care if it's
got
Mickey
a ball
Mouse.
marker.
Yeah, it's uncalled for. Let's get things together with this game for a change.
Jimmy, let's be reasonable. Come on.
Yeah, I am being reasonable. I play pool, my friend. I'm not Mickey Mouse.
It's not chess. You don't lift pieces.
Well, when a guy makes a bad drive into the fairway, he doesn't like his lie. Does he get to pick the ball up and take a look at it? I mean, come on. Pick the ball up off a pool table. Are you kidding me? Okay, we're playing safe here.
All day.
All day is right. There you go. Give that man a cigar for not using a jump cue, okay?
Didn't even need one.
Well, you never know with these guys. I mean,
Oh, Mitch is kicking too.
yeah, he better be kicking like a mule.
Oh,
yeah, slam dunk cross corners.
Table's leaking.
You got the snowball cross corners. I'm getting excited about this, Daniel.
I would be too. We're getting closer to the finals. It's the hot seat match. We got action here. Warren Kiamko was here a couple years ago. He came in, I think, second place against, he third place behind Roberto Gomez and Dennis Okoyo. And he's back. He's here to chalk up a win, but he's got to get through some tough customers. Score now between him and Brian Parks. Warren is up 4-0.
Well, he's going to try to take this cue ball and go right up the table and hit the 9. It's what he's going to try to do. He's going to try to hit the 9 ball here. Beautiful shot. Perfect. That's all.
Well, what about the 8 ball?
Well,
Jimmy?
you got to deal with what's out there. But the shot
Take
that
what
he
the
just
table
shot
gives
was
you,
a
yeah.
perfect shot.
I agree. It was a.
He got a little bit of a bad break that the 8-9 got tied up. But here's where you get to thinking, how can I get out here and at the same time bust that 8-9 out of there?
He can spin back now if he wants to. Let's see if he does it. No, he chose not to. He's going to do the same thing he did with that last shot. He's going to break out. He might make
There
the
you
9
go.
here, Jimmy.
He might make the 9 on the side. Do you have to call that shot?
No, you don't.
Okay, well, you never know anymore. I mean, every tournament you go to, the rules are different.
No.
Another thing that's bizarre about this game, I mean, you got 87 different rules for 87 tournaments.
9 ball tracking to the side, but not getting there. Straight on the 6. Nice use of follow there.
He's a confident, well-oiled machine, this guy.
Yeah, he's all business when it comes to tournaments like these. And a combo.
There we go.
Early 9.
There we go.
4-2 between Mitch and Shane. And let's see. Okay, we're in between racks again. So let me ask you this question. How do you and Earl Strickland fare these days? Do you get along? Do you talk?
Earl and I always got along. The last time I played him was in the McDermott Masters, I think 1991. We played here at the Imperial Palace in Las Vegas. I won the winner's side. I was on the winner's side all by myself. Earl came out of the loser's side and beat me in the finals, which was a one-match finals. Now, I mean, another thing, how do you explain? Double elimination tournament, I'm undefeated in the finals. I lose one match to Earl, and guess what? He's the champion, and I'm walking back home. Double elimination should be double elimination, to give a guy.
True double elimination.
And so I feel as though I got robbed in that tournament, but I respect Earl. He's a tremendous player.
Mitch ELLERMAN now. He's close to his work, but he's got a shot to the side. It goes in, comes off the 5. Cue ball.
No cigar. He is hooked.
He is hooked, isn't he?
He is in jail, my friend.
He's kicking. But you know what? If he kicks this good, if he can get to the long rail first and short kick this too, there's a good chance he could come into the side pocket. It's kind of a big pocket.
He's looking at it. Now, see, here's where your 3-cushion billiards comes into play. He wants to go to the right-hand rail, hit the end rail, come out, hit the side rail. He wants to play 3 cushions and hit this ball at a precise point. If he can,
2 cushions.
He's going to go 2 cushions.
Okay, look,
yeah. I would have.
I thought the 4 was going to come into play there, but it didn't really.
I think I would have tried to go 3 cushions on that shot. He was jacked up in the first place, trying to do something 2 rails. he can go that extra rail, 3 rails, if you know a little bit about 3 cushions.
And Shane's off to the races. This will put him on the hill if he can win this rack. And by the sound of the applause, it looks like Warren Kiamko has defeated Brian Parks 6-0.
6-0, a shutout. Had a guy pitch a 1-hitter.
Yeah, one thing I'm a little upset about is my buddy Jeff Gray never made it here. I tell you what, if you can spend the time you have online watching all these matches, you sure could have gotten your car, come on down and sweat a couple of matches with me. Jeff Gray.
Yeah,
Hope you're doing all right, buddy.
I was wondering where Jeff was. I haven't seen him.
Yeah, we all miss you down here, Jeff.
Shane kind of lost his cue ball on that last shot with the 7. This is not an easy shot, especially when you're going to try to roll it.
Oh, yeah, bad things can happen.
And there he goes, rolling it, and you're flirting with the side pocket, and there you go.
Yeah.
You're flirting with the side pocket. A very fortunate win for Mitch Ellerman on that particular frame, Daniel. That was a game that belonged to
all right.
to Shane, but not to be. We got a match now. It would have been 5-2. Now it's 4-3, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
We got a match brewing now. There's another thing I don't agree with. The guy made the 8-ball scratched, okay? End of game.
Spot the 8? Is that what you think?
I say you spot the 8-ball anytime, and I understand it's a...
And you play a spot shot.
It's a thing of trying to save time. All tournaments run late, and I understand they make a lot of these rules to try to speed matches up. But I say this, when there's 3 balls on the table or less, and you make a ball and scratch, as he did, you spot that ball up, and you make the guy shoot from behind the line. To give the other guy ball in hand on a 9, I mean, come on, a 3-year-old kid can make that shot. The game's over. It's not over if you have to shoot a spot shot. And to take the spot shot out of the game of pool, to me, is totally ridiculous.
Well, Mitch scratch on the break. Did he scratch on the break? He did scratch on the break, didn't he?
No, he didn't
wait a
scratch
minute.
on
Hold
the
on.
break, or otherwise
What happened?
Shane would have ball in hand.
Okay, Shane's break, sorry. I've got, 3 different screens I'm looking. I thought I saw someone with a cue ball in their hand.
Nice shot there. Very good, very nice shot. Good position with the cue ball. Critical game here, Daniel. This, can 4-4 if Mitch can get back to the table.
If he can.
But it's not looking good for him to get back to the table at this time. But you never know what's going to happen. Look at the last game. The guy makes the 8 and he scratches. So.
Oh, yeah.
I think you can turn out the lights on this particular game, but you never know. I mean, it's not over till it's over. You thought the last game was over, but it wasn't.
Well,
Okay.
Warren Kiamko is waiting to play the loser of this match. This is the hot seat match at the 28th Annual Andy Mercer 9-Ball Classic. Shortly, right after this game, we're going to have a quick announcement in-house, and then Warren Kiamko will play for a guaranteed third place against the loser of this match. Scratch on the break.
Scratch on the break.
And with Shane on the hill, things look bad.
Well, he pocketed 2 balls on the break there. That's one thing that's bad for him. You scratched on the break, but you're hard luck that 2 balls went in. So now there's only 7 balls on the table, and you got ball in hand, and you're looking at Shane VANBOENING. Big trouble.
The only consolation is that maybe shape from the 1 to the 2 is not straightforward.
That's see, the 3 ball is the problem here.
Mm-hmm.
He could make the 1 and come across and play the 2, but the 3 ball is in the way. So we're going to see what he does here. Perhaps he'll try to make the cue ball go between the 3 and the 8.
But he's got to be careful. If he overrolls it, he could be in trouble.
I think that's what he's looking at. He wants the cue ball to go between the 3 and the 8. Okay, it went between the 3 and the 8, but
I think he's lining up a 2-5 combo, sir.
I don't know about that.
Or a billiard on the 9.
Well, that's gambling there. I mean, I don't think this is where he wanted his cue ball. I just don't think it was.
It's combo city here.
Yeah, you better look at this. You're playing position for combination shots that are, 6 inches in between the balls, and it doesn't look like you have a whole pocket there. So I don't think he wanted his cue ball where it got. Well, let's find out. Okay, very nice, very nice. A well-oiled machine you're looking at, Daniel.
I agree.
Look out for this guy. He's won this tournament, I think, 5 times now. That's unbelievable.
That's true. He won it once in 2009, and then he skipped a year and came and won it 4 more times in a row.
Yeah, pretty amazing, because this is a double tough tournament, and I mean double tough. Some of the great players of the world come here every year to play in the Mercer. You want action, you got it here at the Rum Runner. That's all I can tell you. Bring your guns and bring them packed, because there are going to be a lot of people firing at you. Okay, nice soft shot there. Okay, straight in on the 8, just hitting out, and Mitch is just going to forfeit it from there, and I don't blame him. It's match over with.
It is, and that's it, folks. The hot seat earned by Shane VANBOENING, and Jimmy and I are going to take a break. Jimmy and I will be back for the finals. During this match, we're going to get commentary from none other than the lovely Nightmare herself, Mary Keniston, with Stacy Alsup. It's been great hanging out with you guys in the box. Join Jimmy and myself during the finals after this match. True double elimination. Coming up next, we got Warren Kiamko versus Mitch ELLERMAN.